Dispatch service requested.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get ready for our first flight in the level D 767. I did my check ride and I passed it earlier, so I'm very excited to showcase it today. We're gonna go ahead and let's push back in departure. Let's do a straight pushback. Hey man. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and ring 4.
Go ahead, cabin.
Captain, the forward section seems rather warm. Could we have the heat down in the front, please?
Sure. Alright, so let's see in the front. We'll just set it down to that. No, it's too much. We'll do it down to about there. So after cabin.
Go ahead, cabin.
There's no air circulation in the cabin, Captain.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and set this to right. So it's gonna be starting the right engine first. Welcome aboard Delta Airlines flight. First flight in the level D 767, and so far I already love it. Parking brakes are released. Alright. I had a little bit of a problem starting the engine earlier, so let's see if I can start it this time. Valves, isolation valve is on. Alright, we'll set this to the right engine. The left pack's off. Did I turn off the right pack? I did. I had a little bit of a problem with this earlier. Oh, I didn't turn on the valves. There he goes. I also replaced the sounds in my level D76. I didn't like the sounds that it had originally had. Parking brakes set. So the engine starts a little bit weird. It goes on, then it'll go back down, then it'll come back all the way back up, which is a little bit weird, but it'll do. So the engine start should be second. Alright, that just told me that engine 1 is started. So we're going to switch over to the left engine. Switch on that. We're looking for a good start about right here. Gonna see if that started. What's they gotta say?
Go ahead, cabin.
Captain, the aft section seems rather warm. Could we have the heat down in the rear, please?
Sure, we can have the heat down the after cabin. We'll turn it down to about there, just like the forward cabin. Like I said, I don't know why, but I always have a problem starting the engines. Let's go ahead and turn on this valve. I thought I already turned it on. Now it's on. Let's start that. And it's a good rise. I didn't know that ATC was online. Oopsies. Let's go ahead and give it some fuel. Flight plan. Of course. Copy that. So there, KJFK, KATL. We're going to flight level 34. We'll just file that flight plan. I did not know that ATC was online, so we're going to switch over to 119.1.
Tower Delta 509 for with line correct taxi.
Five 59 freeway turn left short taxi via left Bravo, Juliet, crosswind for left.
Charlie Bravo, and we'll cross
Captain,
22 left for Delta 5093.
could we have the heat down in the mid, please?
The 509 speed when we turn left short taxi via left turn Bravo, Juliet, crosswind for left.
Alright, let's go ahead and
You know that in a text for me?
Just Bravo, Juliet.
we'll go ahead and set flaps 5.
Bravo Juliet for Delta 5093.
Delta 442 heavy, so let's go ahead and JFK Tower Delta 442 heavy requesting IFR clearance to Atlanta. Yeah, I didn't even know that you were online.
442 heavy, clean Tower, clear to Atlanta Airport, School D, departure, range transition, with vectors, Robbinsville, then is filed. Climb via said departure offline, squawk 1516.
Could you repeat the SID please for Delta 442 heavy?
The 442 heavy, clean Tower, clear to Atlanta Airport, School C, departure, range transition, with vectors, Robbinsville, then is filed. Climb via
score
said
3.
departure offline,
Major
squawk
transition.
1516.
Clear Hartsville Jackson International as filed. Climb via the score 3 Ranger departure. Climb via the SID squawk 1516 for Delta 442 heavy.
442, we got this correct. This is Mike Burkle, taxi.
A call for taxi Delta 442 heavy. So we need to change this. That's what happens though, Ranger. 3-1 left. So he's probably gonna give, yeah, he's gonna give us 3-1 left. Legs, Ranger, after Ranger or RBV. Now we also need to make sure that our init ref, yep, like I said, sometimes it does change. Is 280 at 22. So it's 280 at 2. This always changes. I do not know why. I think it's a bug. 3040. And we'll just set our cost index to 84, which I believe it was. Take off. Flaps 5. 17 is the CG. And 155. No. Even though it's 14 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so it's 155 now. Alright, now it's complete. Now we'll actually be able to use our LNAV and VNAV. Alright, cool. So, Delta 422 heavy at Alpha, ready for taxi. Or excuse me, we're at Tango.
442, when you turn. Yeah, I can see that. That's 442. When we turn left short and taxi via left turn Bravo, Juliet, cross 114.
Left turn Bravo, Juliet, and then cross runway 4. So it's a 422 heavy. Alright, so let's go and turn on the taxis. wish I would have known ATC was online. I didn't check because it wasn't online when I got here. There was nobody online when I got here. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn on the... Oops, no. I think it's this one. Yeah. So then we're looking for Juliet, and after Juliet we'll... And let's see, what's the ATIS? And Delta 442 have you have information, Mike.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to fly this plane, to actually get hours on it, definitely. So we're looking for Juliet. Juliet's probably not in a little while, especially taxing out of JFK. Taxing out of JFK is such a big problem as well. Oh, we can go ahead and turn off the APU. No need to have that still online while we're doing our flight. I always have to come back and check this page just in case, because sometimes the flight plan and all that stuff will go away. I think it's a bug with them, but it always just goes away sometimes. Romeo Juliet cross 4 right, I think it is. I think it's 4 right. Juliet cross 4 right, and then just straight out to 31 left. Funny thing, I was gonna do this anyways. Juliet's going to be pretty soon because we're coming. This runway right here, it's all 31 left over here. Make sure our transponder is on standby. Alright, cool.
59 speed 5 to to transition, wind 030 at 8, when we turn left shorten, there you go.
3031 left, Ranger transition for Delta 5093.
Oh, Delta, it's a Delta 5093. Ah, it's 7378. Whenever I come to JFK, it always has some ATC online. Always. I never don't have ATC online here at JFK. Alright, let's see, the Delta 737. 800. If he accelerates fast enough, he's going to pass right past us. And there he goes. Alright. Traffic, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's going to give us that traffic warning. Here's Juliet. I'll never forget when I was actually in a event that they had here. There were like 40 777s. We were all. I was number 41 in line.
DAL442 for exchange code. Have a good day.
And
Earlier call for Delta 5093, thank you.
what happened was I was in line for about an hour waiting to take off. But then as soon as I had got clearance to take off, I took off. And it turned out that I had to go because I was a little bit late for something that I had to do later on that night. I didn't realize I had to do it earlier. I was so mad, man. I'm very excited for it to take off. Very excited. This will be my first official flight in the level D 730s. It's the level D 767, getting hours from my ACAR system. And after passing a wonderful check ride that I did. If you want to join the my virtual airline is deltava.org. It's applied there.
DAL442 flight range transition. Window change at 8 will return left rolling. Clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 31 left, Delta 442 heavy. Alright, we are clear for takeoff. It's going to be a lot different than my 777 that I took out of here of. Be a long difference. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn on the landing lights, ding the cabin. The Delta flight attendants today can take their seats. Turn on the strobes. We'll be ready to go. We'll do a full roll on departure. Take off thrust.
$80 knots.
80 knots. Take off thrust is set.
V1.
V1. Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears going up.
0.
Kennedy Tower, good morning. New flight 520 heavy on ILS 31 right. New flight 520 heavy, Kennedy Tower.
That's one.
Windows visual at 8, wind run right, short clear.
I'm still hand flying the aircraft.
Left 1.
31 right, short and clear to landing of 20 heavy.
Flaps up.
Flaps up.
DAL442 for exchange cleared. Outside.
I've reached change approved order Unicom, Delta 442 heavy. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Flaps are up. We can go ahead and turn off the nose lights. Ding the cabin. We'll go ahead and direct to score. We'll set our cruising altitude, which is flight level 340 today. Alright, 340, and we'll set our... I don't see it. Weird. We'll just go ahead and do it manually then. On 2.8. Oops. 122.8. Switched over. And then a TCAS. We'll make sure our TCAS is switched all the way, which it is. This aircraft does not have a weather radar or terrain switch apparently. Data. Well, we don't really need to have on data. Alright. And we're off. And we're off to Atlanta. Alright, passing 10,000 feet. Landing lights can go ahead and go off. Go ahead and turn on the wing anti-ice and the engine anti-ice. We are in climb power. We gotta make sure we confirm that. Then we're gonna accelerate. We're going 320 miles per hour. Just a minute. And we'll listen for these. Make sure that the cabin doesn't freak out on us. We'll go ahead and ding them and say that they can go ahead and use their electronic devices and turn off the fasten seatbelt signs. Yep, seatbelt sign is off. I'm gonna turn that off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have now reached our cruise altitude. We hope you enjoy your in-flight entertainment. Have a good flight.
Alright, I'm back. Let's see.
Go ahead, Captain.
Captain, the forward passengers are complaining that it's too cold. Can we have the heat up in the front, please?
Sure. We'll set it to that. We'll set this to this too. Packs are running. $69 degrees. Well, actually, no. I wonder where that Delta Airlines 5093 is going. Oh, he's going to Salt Lake City. And like as always, Atlanta's ATC is on for some reason. So no matter what, if I depart JFK, ATC's on. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and go over my approach. We have a while to go, but we'll just go ahead and look at it to make sure that it's correct. Alright, so Flask, Yodoid, that's going to be starting of the Wing 1 arrival. So Flask, Wing, at the cross wing at 15,000 or above. 12,000. It's 12,000 at, that's a very important one. 12,000 at Midgeman. And then we're going to go on a downwind to Atlanta. ATC's probably going to give us vectors out. And then after we get the vectors, then we'll turn straight in on Bazaar, which is the approach path to the runway. We'll go ahead and set our ILS frequency as well. Let me pull up the Radio Shack. The ILS frequency is 115 or 111.35. And the front course is, wait a minute, 315. That'll set up our ILS for, well, that's for 31 left. I'll say wait a minute. No, ILS. I guess it's just saying since we're closer to JFK. We should have 28,000 pounds of fuel, give or take, when we land. But this is saying since we're closer to them, if we somehow need to turn around in case of emergency or something, we could. I'm afraid to touch some stuff. I do want to try out some stuff since I haven't tried it out before. We got our strobes and all that stuff on. Cool. Passenger signs are off. This is your, if you need to release some fuel in case of an emergency. At the VHF selects cabin call. We can call the mid, the after. We can also alert the cabin. We can also have a ground call and the flight NIPS. I guess that's the button if you had to say something to say for the passengers, I would assume. I hope I'm right. I don't want to be wrong, especially on this record. I guess that's the button if you had to say something to say for them. Make sure that my audio is working. Alright, cool, it is. My friend Chris Helton, he's actually going to be sending me a new virtual cockpit for the Lebanese 767. Should be as soon as he responds back to my email. We've talked about it before in the past, and he really wants to show me what it's like. But so far I'm gonna love this plane. I'm gonna have to find some better sounds, especially some better engine sounds. The original ones I felt like were just too much. I felt the original sound pad that Levelnet gave you was just a little bit too much. It really wasn't anything important. So we're not going to use those. We're just going to find our own. There's a couple of them out there online that we can find, and I'll be picking one pretty soon for the next flight. I should be doing another flight today actually. I'll probably fly somewhere short, just because I want to. I want to fly this plane so much now.
Channel switched.
Just a little bit of an update. We have about 40-ish minutes left in the flight. As you can see, I've started to like lag. It's because Atlanta, especially outside my window, it's storming right now. So if I go down, it's starting to give me lag because of all the clouds. I hope it's not too terrible when we get to Atlanta, but if it does, then we'll deal with it. Continue the approach. The MSX is weird, where in the clouds you actually get the most FPS when you're inside of the cloud. So it should be a pretty good approach. But other than that, I'll come back when we're gonna contact Atlanta Center, because Atlanta Center is online. We should be landing on 8 left still. Unless, yeah, we'll still be landing on 8 left. So, yep. And then we'll come back when we're ready for our descent. Alright, there goes Atlanta Center. Let's go ahead and contact them. They are com 1132.907 as always. And we have information Kilo.
There's our information Lima current, wind 1409er, altitude
Oh, Lima is
2980.
actually current.
ECA 51 mile from JJ at 4000, cleared highways runway 8 left approach.
Atlanta.
Alright, maintain 4,000 until established for 8 left for Eastern 85.
You're nice. Atlanta Center Delta 442 Heavy with UFI level 340. With information in Lima.
And the 442 heavy Atlanta Center right there.
I didn't. Delta 442 Heavy.
Center Delta 24 is with you 390, requesting a lower at about 15 miles. Uh, 2324 heavy Atlanta Center 122043 ID. 2043 2324. The 442 leader contact is to maintain level 240.
Center maintain flight level 240 Delta 442 Heavy.
The 4355 heavy to maintain 4,000.
4,000 Delta 4355.
24,000 feet.
That was 2324 heavy radar contact level 3 and 9 Number 2255 radar contact climb maintain level 270. At 2224, any chance we can get lower? And we take get through minor space first, expect lower in about 5 miles. Roger.
Oh, we'll raise up the speed to about two. That's a little bit too high.
The 4355 across the easy at 4,000, cleared out, that's probably not a right approach.
Easy at 4,000, clear ILS front lane, 90 right approach, Delta 4355.
The 4355 heavy at 4,000, reduce speed to 210.
210 at 4,000.
Eastern 85, wind 140, 908 left, clear lane.
Clear lane, 8 left, Eastern 85.
Like I said, we're just going to be getting a little bit of a lag, just a little bit. That's completely normal, especially for this weather that's in Atlanta right now. It's terrible.
Alright, you 26, you have to leave the house for a minute. That was unreadable second. Making 26, go like, that house was for like 10 minutes. American 2255. I'm from this way, we'd like to get all this call for 10 minutes. Approach report back. What's the report back? 4355 heavy, wind 140, 9 runway 9 right, clear to land.
I hear that a lot. 4355.
Clear to land, 199 right, Delta 4355.
Those are 1048, wind minor space radar service terminated. You see change in XCOM approved. Good day.
Over to Unicom, Delta 1048, thanks, see ya.
442 cross Erbil, M18 4000, the land altimeter 30, or correction 2980.
Cross Ergo at 14,000, Delta 442 heavy. So Ergo at
There's a 442 information, Lima's running runway 8 left.
Information Lima, we have information Lima in runway 8 left, Delta 442 heavy, thank you. So 14,000 at Ergo. So we're gonna set we'll say 250 at 14,000 at Ergo. Well, that's definitely some ways down.
Eastern 85, taxi to ramp B, have a good issue.
Yeah, the ramp is for
Southwest 9823, do you have the bus the arrival on board by any chance? Oh, 6 arrival.
I haven't even tested the auto land feature, so let's hope it can auto land. I know the localizer feature works, but I'm not sure if the auto land feature works. So, I mean, we're gonna test it out today.
Another 4355 heavy, welcome to line, short of runway 9 left, Sierra.
hold short 9 left at Sierra, Delta 4055.
Oh, let's figure out what gate we're going to. I think we're going to Alpha 10, I believe. That's a 442. Find the real life, that's a 442. But they're flying 737.
4355, actually ramp via Sierra, Mike,
10.
cross runway 9 left.
Yeah, that was right. We're going to Alpha 10.
Sierra Mike, crosswind, runway 9 left. 4355.
Southwest 9823 last name. Southwest 9823, do you have the Buzzy 6 arrival on board by any chance? Southwest 9823, right, clear to route. to Raleigh Durham via direct to Columbia is Charlie Alpha Echo in the Buzzy 6 route.
No, I've never seen a plane land on 10 or 24 in Atlanta on VATSIM. Never seen a plane land on either of those runways. I mean, that's because a lot of people don't even have an updated scenery of Atlanta, so I think they're pretty much forced to.
That was 9823, that's correct. Service 9823, you are cleared, present position, direct to Columbia on course. Negative 956, your radar, lead Irish Base radar service terminated. Please change unit common. Is approved, have a good day. Copy that, radar service terminated. Previous change approved. You have agreement as well, sir. You know the 956. American 22, this is our big back today. American 22, 5500.
Atlanta Center, good afternoon, Delta 3667 over the Charlie Sierra Golf VOR 5037.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. We have now started our descent into our destination.
Atlanta Center, Delta 3667 heavy.
We're almost there.
Delta 3667. Squawk 2044 and then service host offline giving a brief.
2044, no problem. Just make sure our radio is working. 3667.
Yep, I got you loud and clear. Alright, I'm straight to the side of the show. Here's your question, just up. American 2255. American 2255, descend B to Jones U1 arrival landing north. Charlotte altimeter is 296. Trying to go out and hello, and 299.
Good afternoon, Atlanta Center. This is American Airlines 955 above 10 nautical miles to the south of the DAL442, flight level 30.
American 955 Atlanta Center, good afternoon, squawk 2045 and 910.
2045 in box, American 955.
We're gonna level off here.
Delta 3667, radar contact, level 37037 miles to the northwest of Montgomery. Maintain level 370.
Maintain 370, 3667. Sorry for coasting halfway through airspace.
That's alright. We get it all the time.
Supposed to be at 220.
Other people are waiting for us to
but
send a
I
contact
think
lead, but
it
that's
just
actually
doesn't matter anymore.
not correct according to the COC. American 955 radar contact level 3 is 00. And let's see, here's radar contact 900 miles southwest of Macon.
I mean, I don't know if I changed my arrival. I don't know if that showed up on your side.
American 955, I got you invite for one arrival.
Oh, we're going to Warner Robins. Look at that.
Okay, and I'm about 25 miles from the top of the city.
That's where my grandparents live.
American 955, clear directed flight for descended upon discretion, maintain level 240.
Directed Viper down to 240, America 955.
Southwest 9823, leaving our airspace, radar service terminated, frequency change, Unicom approved, have a good day.
We want to cross that Ergo, that's why I sort of leveled off just a little bit. So altimeter is 2980. We're just gonna confirm that with his ATIS. It is 2980.
Delta 955, cross Viper, and maintain 12000 at 250 knots, line altimeter 2980, information Lima is correct.
Okay, cross Viper at 240, American 955.
American 955, Viper at 12000 at 250 knots.
Oh, copy, 2000. And what was the speed again?
At 250, 250.
Okay, thank you, 250.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 1532, request IR42, Ronald Reagan, Washington National.
Southwest 1332, I don't have a flight plan on you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's why I fix says 2980.
This is Southwest 1332 center flight plan. Just get it.
Southwest 1332. Stand by. Quick response to question.
Roger.
Bees. I wish it didn't lag. If it didn't lag, oh, it'd be amazing. I know it won't lag. I'm prepared. Definitely won't lag. But too bad I don't even have prepared. Let's go ahead and set 250 knots. Going across the earth, going 250. Too bitty.
Target 2255, contact short approach 126.15.
Alright, James. We have a minimum. We're sure we'll back it here.
Target contact Charlotte approach 126.15.
126.15. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Alright, we'll be at, there we go, 14,000 feet. Just a little bit.
Lewis, check light 15. Delta 442, heavy, just to maintain 12,000.
Just to maintain 12,000, also 442 heavy. Alright, 12,000. We're crossing 12,000 at Edgin.
Winfield Center, Delta 2390, which is flight level 320, 10 miles north of Palm of the OR, Alpha Mike Golf at 320 by tower. Delta 2390, Atlanta Center, good afternoon, 2047. 2047, no problem. Atlanta Center, Delta 2390, like the starter reset here, 5 miles. Delta 2390, clear back to smooth, descend the fast pressure, maintain level 240. Descend fast pressure now 240, Delta 2390. And didn't copy a clear back to smooth. Okay, grip smooth is at 240, Delta 2390.
Probably top. Usually they'll say just lower your speed to 210. Usually. 75.
Vessel 3667, Mars Space Radar Service terminated feet south, approved, good day.
For the change approved, thanks for the help, 3667.
Alpha 6055, radio check.
Level 442, heavy, just to maintain 4,000. Level 442, heavy, just to maintain 5,000.
Center maintaining 5,000, Delta 442 heavy. Set 5,000.
Level 2390, cross move, had to maintain 14,000, the line altimeter 2980.
Next move, 4,000, we have one.
Southwest 1332, request
40.
correction, radio check.
Level 1332, line clear.
Thank you.
Runway is somewhere over here.
Radio check, Southwest 5555.
5555, line clear.
Oh, there goes part of the
Thank you.
airport right there. I'll be landing on this runway. You can see it.
Southwest 5555, request clearance to DCA.
So bump going to the gate because after I go to Alpha 10, let's see, Alpha is actually over here. No, we could probably make it. I'll land about here and go over to Alpha 10. past 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and go on. Go ahead and set flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Getting a lot of turbulence though. There goes that rain.
American 955, proceed right easy on the 9er left, 9er right localizer. Position to maintain 4,000.
Okay, easy on the 9er left, arrival, direct to American 955.
American 955, direct easy on the 9er right localizer, position to maintain 4,000.
Okay, easy on the 9er right, down to 4,000. American 955.
To go.
American 955, adjacent to 10.
Okay, 180, American 955.
Delta 442 heavy, turn left heading 180, reduce speed to 180.
Left heading 180, reduce speed to 180, Delta 442 heavy. Alright, so 180. Oh my gosh, dude. 180, reduce speed to 180. Where's set flaps 5?
Flaps 5.
Delta 442, turn left heading 20, join the runway 8 left localizer.
Left heading 020 and join the 8 left localizer, Delta 442 heavy.
American 955, cross easy at 1,000, cleared out one-way net approach.
Okay, cross easy 4,000, clear the approach for 1 or 09 rate. Last for American 955.
American 955, you can't make easy at 4,000, just to maintain 3,000 until you're established.
What we're just going to do is...
Okay, I'll maintain 3,000 until I'm established.
We'll just go direct to Bazaar.
Delta 442 heavy, you're 5 miles from JJ, cross JJ at 5,000, cleared out one-way 8 left approach.
Clear island runway 8 left approach, Delta 442 heavy. So 142.
Flaps 5.
We don't have JJ. Oh yeah, we didn't set AJ or JJ. We didn't set that. Flaps 15. Let's send and maintain.
Flaps 20.
And can we descend and maintain 2,900 for Delta 447?
Say
Can we descend this a little bit lower so we can try to get lower on this localizer Delta 447? Hopefully it says yes, hopefully.
Yeah, you should get 5,000 feet at TJ. That should have something possible for you.
Roger. But I mean, that's
But
not
if you're inside of that, you could just set me 4,000 until established.
4,000 until established, Delta 447.
Yeah, I saw you turn a little bit north on there, so that's what's good. American 995, wind 140, 9 runway, 9 right, clear.
Okay, clear to left, 9 right, American 955.
We'll set our gear down here so that we'll go ahead and arm the spoilers.
On the 442, wind 140, 9 runway, 8 left, clear line.
Fill in runway 8 left, Delta 442 heavy. So now we'll just send down to 2,900. Oh, never mind, we're on the glide slope.
Flaps 25. Gear down.
Gear down. Flaps 25. And we will set the speed to 142 knots. Actually, we'll do 140. We'll do 147.
3 green.
Just give me a second.
Flaps 30.
I need to send me 10, 1, 2, 12,000.
12,000, 22.
Alright. So gears down 3 greens. Spoilers are armed. Flaps 30. Landing lights are on. And the cabin should be ready for landing. Land 3. Cool.
American 995, hold short of runway 9 left at Dixie.
Okay, we'll show it 9 left at Dixie, American 955.
We'll up this to 3 as well. That's the no runways in sight just yet. Alright, we got the runway in sight. Runway to sight.
Southwest 1332, Atlanta.
Southwest 1332, request taxi.
Here's Southwest 1332. I'll show you on Lima. Make sure you stop before Lima. The runway 9 left to Mike 2, taxi via Mike.
Sorry about that. Alright, 09 left at Mike via Mike. 1332.
He says sorry about that. It looks like we're too high. I can't even tell because we don't even have any pappies.
Southwest 55, runway 9 left, pop company head.
Sorry again, Southwest 5555.
Runway 9 left, taxi via company head.
Follow company ahead to 09 left, 5555.
Very 9,
long landing.
cross runway 9 left, join Lima to the right.
Okay, cross 9 left to join Lima to the American 955.
Almost. Ooh, exit out here on the high speed. Alright, not that bad of a landing. Alright, flaps up, spoilers up.
So the 442 heavy where you park.
We'll just go to the nearest gate. That's 442.
The 442 heavy ready to turn right on Bravo, hold short of 8 right at Dixie.
Right on Papa, hold short of 8 right at Dixie. That's 442 heavy. Uh oh, I stopped. Whatever. Be a little bit down the shade, go over to grass.
Atlanta Center Executive 703 taxi with this station.
Check at 702 runway 8 taxi Alpha, hold short of 8 left.
Alpha hold short 8 left, Executive 702.
Total 442 heavy, cross runway 8 right at Dixie, join Foxtrot to the right.
8 right at Dixie and Foxtrot to the ramp. Delta 442 heavy. Thank you, and heavy dude.
Southwest 1332 runway 9 left.
I gotta sort of hurry up and get to the gate.
I open wait,
Because
9 left, Southwest
so once I actually
1332.
hit this gate right here because I had to leave. I didn't even know I was leaving, so we're just gonna taxi to this gate right here.
Southwest 1332, heading 095 runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
0959 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1332.
Southwest 5555 runway 9 left, line up wait.
I can wait, Southwest 5555.
I need to get a runway
Taxi
that runway
right
9
here.
left, line up wait.
Because I need to. I'll have to go after I stop, so. Taxi right here.
Left, Southwest 5555.
Hey, Colonel, I need to hear the runway 9 left, line up wait.
I can wait, runway 9 left, Southwest 5555.
Stop.
Has 2390, expect runway 8 left.
Lima 2390.
Boom, boom. Boom.
There's your aircraft line information. Mike is
Alright.
currently altimeter 2978. So you know altimeter? 2978.
Southwest 1332 is at 1700 45, correction for 10,000.
10,000. 10,000, 1332, 1332 heavy, cross runway 9 left, line up wait.
10,000.
Southwest 1332, last center radar contact and maintain flight level 310.
31,000 Southwest 1332.
The 20, confirm your finest 2-4 Actually, that's my bad. That's 2390, turn left into 370. 270, 2390. Yeah, I should have put you on the different arrival. That's my apologies. Send me maintain 7,000. Yeah, 7,000, no problem. I was out of equipment collected. Southwest 5555 on that top right edge, runway 9 or left, clear for takeoff.
Okay, 55, 55.